Whoa. Wow. Oh my God. You guys have to see this. Holy smokes. Wow. Oh my God. Wow. This is gorgeous. All right, so I contacted Kiesel a couple months ago with an idea for a guitar, and I was actually just kind of floating an idea past them. It is my goal at some point, at least to keep me working hard and to keep me driven, to someday work towards having a Kiesel signature guitar. And just one day I was just thinking hypothetically, just for fun, of course, like we all do, you know, what would that guitar look like? What kind of stuff would I choose? It would be an extremely tough decision, to be honest, to choose the specs for a signature guitar, especially from Kiesel, because they have so many amazing options and models that how do you pinpoint that down to, like, you know, one model and one set of specs? But I was thinking about it one day, and they have the Leia guitar, which is a headless model, a smaller guitar, and I thought that would be cool if they did like a full-size, you know, headstock version of that guitar. And so I was talking back and forth with Kiesel, and it was more just floating the idea out there and just, you know, seeing if they would be interested or something. And then they said, well, you know, the SCB model, which is this, is you know, pretty similar to what you're talking about, and if you want to, you know, try it out, we'd be happy to build you one, which I wasn't expecting. I was just kind of floating ideas out there. Of course I'm going to take that offer, of course, like yeah, of course. And so we kind of put together a slightly different version of the SCB here. And what I was going for was a combination of, you know, traditional guitar, traditional specs with some modern features, which is my personal favorite. I love guitars that are kind of a blend of both. So I chose some specs on this guitar that are a little bit different than some of the other guitars that I have, and wanted to try something that's like this nice middle ground of an instrument. So far, looking at this thing, it turned out even more beautiful than I expected. I honestly can't get over how beautiful this thing is. It's just incredible. So to share some of the specs that I chose, and honestly, there's actually a couple specs that I was not unsure of, but I wasn't sure, you know, how they would turn out, or I was, you know, hopeful that they would turn out as nice as I thought they would. So starting with the body, it is an alder body with a black limba top to get that nice binding, as you can see there. That's a black limba binding with their, I believe it's olive drab green, if I'm not mistaken, which is just a flat color, but oh my God, has this turned out beautiful, especially with the black burst edges, as you can see. So it almost gives it a little bit of a sunburst, you know, feel or design, but a little bit different, obviously, than a traditional sunburst. But I really like the black burst edges, especially with the binding. And on this horn here, that's beautiful. That looks so nice. I have DiMarzio pickups, of course. I'm a DiMarzio artist. I went again with the Tone Zone and the Air Norton, the same as my A2 model. I love that pickup configuration. I think it sounds incredible, and I just wanted to stick with something that I know I love. It's a pretty popular combination of pickups in a lot of guitars, but for good reason. Like, they sound amazing, and definitely is a huge part of my sound. So as you can see here, I have the toggle switch for the pickups up here. I think the SCB looks really, really sharp with the toggle switch there. Again, kind of blending a single cut Les Paul kind of look, but not a total Les Paul, because you still get a floating bridge here, the hip shot Kiesel tremolo, which I love, stays in tune beautifully. Wow, this thing is just I can't get over how beautiful this thing is. This is unbelievable. So anyways, as I get distracted here, we got the ebony fretboard. I love that, you know, dark kind of classy ebony look with the block inlays. Again, to me, that's kind of like a traditional kind of style inlay. Medium jumbo frets with a 12-inch fretboard radius. So again, kind of like a traditional, you know, spec for a Les Paul style guitar. Get a little bit of roundness to the fretboard instead of something like super flat. Now, two specs that I was wanting to try that I did go with on this guitar, and I was hopeful that they turned out nice, was one, the headstock, which in person this in here I actually really like. It is a smaller headstock, as you can see. It's almost similar to kind of like an Ernie ball, or what I was thinking actually was the EVH Wolfgangs. They also have a smaller headstock. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, with the history of Kiesel, this is actually co-designed, this headstock design was co-designed with Alan Holdsworth to get kind of like a headless feel and ergonomics while keeping complete straightness to the strings all the way through to the tuning pegs, which can help tuning stability. And the other thing that I was wanting to try that is unlike any other Kiesel that I have is actually getting the matching gloss finish on the neck. I usually love Kiesel's tongue oil finish on the neck. It is super comfortable and super smooth. But again, going for something just a little more on the traditional end, I thought, hey, why not give it the gloss finish on the neck, match the body. Look at the burst finish there on the back. Just absolutely beautiful. And again, to me, it gives it that kind of like classy look, that kind of classy vibe of an instrument. And yeah, it's really, really stunning in person. I honestly can't get over how beautiful this guitar is. It's just, wow. Also with this guitar, it is a neck through model, as you can see there, not a set neck or anything, but a neck through. Like the Type X guitar that I have, that was actually my first neck through guitar that I ever owned. I love the access to the higher frets. It really is unlike anything else, like being able to reach the 24th fret with absolutely no problem or obstacle to doing that. I haven't played it all today. I was too excited and I just wanted to get it out of the box. So we're gonna plug it in. I'm gonna plug it into the Victory here, and we're gonna see how it sounds and just get it tuned up and stuff like that. So yeah, let's see how this thing sounds. All right, so this thing was pretty much in tune right out of the box. I didn't really play it too much. I wanted to get my natural reaction with you guys. Again, I have it plugged into the Victory here on the crunch channel. The gain's about just over 6, not so much 7, but a nice kind of natural tone. That neck pickup, the Air Norton, oh my God, that sounds so good. It sounds so good, and especially through the crunch channel of this amp, it's a nice kind of lower gain sound, so it kind of lets the tone of the guitar breathe through a little bit more. But let's try it on channel 2, which is the higher gain. Same EQ settings, the tone is about 6. This sounds really, really good. I'm not, surprised because it's the great pickup combination that I love. And it also feels great. The neck with the 12-inch radius and the medium jumbo frets and everything, it just has a great feel to it. Again, I think over the years, maybe it's me just getting a bit older now or something, but I'm kind of going more and more towards, somewhat of a kind of vintage feel compared to like a modern shredder where it's usually like completely flat and just built for total speed. I like having something a little bit more in the middle nowadays. I want to know what you guys think though. The great thing with Kiesel, of course, is that we can all spec our dream guitar and, kind of build our own custom guitars. So you let me know what you do like about it, what you might have done differently if you like, certain things about it. But I am extremely happy with how this turned out. It's just amazing. I am just going to be playing this all day long. Yeah, so I have to make sure I remember I have some responsibilities I need to get to. Well, we'll worry about that later. But yeah, we're just going to, play this guitar and never put it down. Thank you again to the guys at Kiesel for doing this and making such unbelievably fine instruments. They outdid themselves with this one. So thank you again, and I will see you guys in the next video.